Hello soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to draft the perfect pencil skirt. If you have ever struggled with getting your knee tightening area right, is it too loose or too tight? This video I've got you. Stick around and let's get started into the video. Hello soulmates, welcome to class. In today's class we'll be learning how to draft a basic skirt. So this skirt, it comprises of two lengths. I want you to understand the concept of a basic skirt, how to draft a long skirt and a short skirt. But for the purpose of this class, we'll be making a long skirt. Definitely, from a long skirt, you'll be able to cut out a short skirt if you want. So pay attention to this. So the first thing you would do is to lay down your pattern paper. Then you will measure a grain line. A grain line is where all your measurement will start from. So for me, I'm measuring 1 inch from the edge of my paper and connect it straight down with your ruler. So after that, you measure the length of your skirt. The length of the skirt I'm working with is 46. Remember, I told you that we'll be learning how to sew a long and a short skirt. So the length of the long skirt is 46. After you measure, you connect with your ruler. We'll be making a skirt with a waistband. The band is not a continuous waistband. That is, the band will not be cut together with the pattern. The band will be cut separately from the pattern. So as the full length of the skirt is 46, we'll remove 2 inches. That will be the band length from the pattern. And all your vertical measurement will start from the band. That is, if you are measuring your hip length, if you are measuring your knee length, if you are measuring your ankle length, all vertical measurements will start from the band part. So you will remove the band whenever you want to measure all these lengths. So let's measure the hip length. The hip length of this client is 8 inches. The hip length is from your waist to the fuller part of your hip. So the next vertical measurement to measure is the knee tightening part. The knee tightening is where you tighten your knee part to make it have that shape, that hip shape. So some people do measure from your actual knee, they do measure 3 inches up, but for me, I do measure from my hip length. I'll measure 9 inches. From my hip length 9 inches, then connect it with your ruler. Always label your patterns, always label the lines. It is very important. So next thing we'll do is to measure the knee length skirt. This knee length skirt should be measured on your client. You should ask your client where they want their skirt to reach. Then that will be what I'm measuring now. So for this client, our knee length skirt measurement is 24. We are just measuring this out on this pattern because I said we'll be learning how to draft a short and a long skirt, but for the purpose of this tutorial we'll be making a long skirt. To avoid confusion, let's label the first one that I wrote knee. Let's label it as knee tightening. You know that one is the knee tightening line, and the one that I just measured now, that will be measured on your client as the actual knee. I hope you understand. The knee tightening, the actual knee, and the full length. These are the vertical measurements that we have. Let's take the horizontal measurements. So the waist measurement of this client is 27. 27 divided by 4 is 6.75. And I'll be adding just 1 inch allowance for it. But for your sake, if you are just starting out, please add 2 inches allowance, because I don't like too much allowance on my dress. That is why I'm using 1 inch allowance. For you, please use 2 inches allowance. I hope you understand. So I'll measure 7.75 on the pattern. And for the hip, the full hip is 40. 40 divided by 4 is 10, plus 1 inch sewing allowance, that's 11. So mark out 11 inches. So to know the measurement you insert on the knee tightening area, so the calculated measurement you have on your hip minus 2 inches is what you will insert on your knee tightening area. So for me now, I have 11 inches on my hip and I will insert 9 inches on my knee tightening area. So it's the calculated measurement you have on your hip length. That's what you insert on the knee tightening area. And you insert it all the way down. You place it on the actual knee and you place it on the full length. That's how you do it. But if you have a client that doesn't want a knee tightening, they just want the same measurement you have on the hip to be on the full length, or depends on the style you are making. If there's no knee tightening on the skirt, please don't remove anything from the hip measurement. Just take it straight down and then you have a straight skirt without knee tightening. I hope you understand my explanation. So the next thing you do is to connect it with your pattern master or your hip cuff. You connect it as shown and you flip your pattern master so as to get the perfect hip cuff shape. So for clarification, this is it: the hip length, the knee length, the actual length, and the full length. So if you want to sew a skirt, a short skirt, what you just do is to cut this out and to give you a short skirt. So you cut this part on the fabric, and this place is for a long skirt. I hope you understand this. And beginners, please, if you want to, this pattern is not on fold. If you want to cut on your fabric, you make sure that your fabric is on fold, then you place this pattern on it to have a full front. Let's cut the back pattern. So to cut the back pattern, so you place your front leaving. Okay, if you place your pattern, your paper like this, before you place your front pattern on the paper, you measure your zipper allowance. The zipper allowance we'll be using for this skirt is 1 inch. I don't want too much allowance in this skirt, so that is why. But for you, if you want to do yours, you can measure 2 inches. But for me, I'm measuring 1 inch for my zipper allowance. So this, after you measure your zipper allowance, you now place your front pattern. You place it close to what you measured. Use your tracing wheel to trace out the lines. So you lift it to this up, pattern aside, and you might not be able to see the lines the tracing wheel brought, but I can see it. So you cut out the zip bulge. Don't forget to label your pattern. For clarity purpose, I didn't know this part wasn't showing in the video before. So let me re-explain this part. The zipper allowance was 1 inch. So we'll eliminate 0.5 inch from here and we'll blend it down to the hip. So remain 0.5 inch for the zipper allowance. And for here, remember I told you that the darts will be added to the back. So we added 1 inch dart allowance, and I returned the 0.5 inch that was eliminated from the zip bulge. I returned it back. So what I return now is 5, then we'll blend it down here. So that's all for the back pattern. So the next thing to do now is to cut out the back pattern. So that's all for the drafting of this skirt. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. We are not stopping here. In the next video, I'll show you exactly how to sew this skirt step by step to bring the design to life. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye.